One of the most common questions I get is what do you do? Where do you go? And what do you use when nature calls? You veteran tractor drivers know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's say you ate a meat lover's pizza the night before, and this morning you had some extra greasy biscuits and gravy. Well, it's going to hit you and hit you hard. So, here's what we do. Alright, if you're in real bad shape, you're cramping up, you can't make it another step. You just throw the door open, you grab the old crap handle, and you just lean outside the door, stand on the steps, and you just let it rip right there. Or if you can make it a few more steps, you can get down here and you can grab a hold of the handle and just kind of lean back, squat back like that. Just make sure you got a good strong grip on that step, because you don't want to slip and fall in it. Or you can sit back, sit down and put one cheek on the step right there, and you kind of squat it down. That's a good comfortable spot. You make it back here to the tractor tire, and you just lean up against the tractor tire. But one thing about this, you got to have good strong thigh muscles, because if you don't, then you're gonna fall down right into it, and that's gonna be a bad mess. Another good spot, we move up here, be your hay forks. You just kind of, you can sit down on your hay fork right there, and it's kind of a balancing act, but it's pretty safe. You just got to be careful of the sharp point right here. You don't want to have that accident, because it'll ruin your day. And then you say, well, tractor boy, what do you use? Well, if you're lucky, you remember to put some blue shop rags in your pocket that morning. That's the preferred method. Consensus shows, and my personal preference is, if you ain't got no shop rags, then you gotta get down here, you gotta kick the boot off, you get your old sock out, and excuse me here for a second, you put sock on your hand, and just make sure it ain't got no holes in it, because it'll leave sticky finger. Good all around use for sock. And then you can just you can turn it inside out again, and then you'll have it to use later in case you have another emergency. If you want to be all natural about it, well, you're in the hay field. You're surrounded by good hay. So we just reach down there. We get a handful of good coastal. That's good toilet paper. You just got to make sure you didn't bail up no briar bush in it, because that'll hurt a little bit. In dire emergencies, you get your pocket knife out and you cut your shirt pocket off, and it's good for a wipe or two at the most. Next, you can move on to your sleeve. You just cut it right there and use your sleeve, and that'll leave you a short sleeve shirt. Later you might cut this other sleeve off so you'll be matching, and the shirt's still good to wear. What happens if the city calls and the city park surrounded by old tall grass, and they want you to come bale up the hay around it? Yeah, you don't want to drop a chalupa out there and then Junior comes stumbling along and trips on your log you just laid. So we do this in those situations. Get down here, you got to dig a hole in the dirt like a cat. Dig down there good. Unfortunately, we're in a drought right now and the ground is like concrete. But you dig that hole, and then you just gotta squat in it like a cat. Get down there, do your duty, and then when you're done, you just cover it back up, and that'll keep it safe, keep the children safe. Don't worry about leaving your mess out here in the pasture though. That's 100% organic fertilizer, the best there is. This gives you an idea what us tractor drivers have to go through to get through the day. Y'all take care.